how about them tops, son?
All day, SEC boys. SEC, they supposed to be SEC. Jersey all day, baby.
You're listening to the Red Out Podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome into a Red Out short clip here. This is from our latest episode. Hope you enjoy. So we're going to cover the signing class, since Western just had a big signing class. For me, how many guys did we sign? Let me scoot over here so I can read off. Skim. Okay, first off, my biggest player that I'm excited about, is the 24-year-old. No, I don't know.
No, I'm saying they're 21. I scrolled down the list.
21, sorry.
21,
Yeah. I thought you were pointing at that kid. No. My exciting player that I'm ready for is John Haggerty from Melbourne, Australia, who is a punter.
Yes, and has experience in the pros.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
I don't understand NCAA rules, but I don't care.
Yeah, because you're supposed to have a level of amateurism. I have to really slow down to say that exactly. But I'm fine with this. I love the Aussie kickers. He's 24, so he's had some experience. He's a little more mature. He knows what he's doing out there. I'm excited about that. We do have a few kids from, I say locally, but they're from the state. We got a kid from Louisville. I know we got is it a tackle from Franklin?
Yeah, and a running back that's a walk-on.
I got a DB from Bowling Green, Clayton Bush. That is Dr. Bush's son, who played at Western as well. He's from Scottsville, so I know that. Let's see, skimming. Glasgow, got Dalvin Smith.
Yep.
I hope that's how you said that.
It is, yeah.
I don't see any names that I would really screw up this time, except for that one.
Anyways.
Number 14, Travarius Springer?
Or Travarius. I don't know.
Travarius?
That one I'll screw up.
Potato to potato, as far as I'm concerned. I almost spelled that. I missed that. Yeah.
So you said you're most excited about the punter. What about you, Jared? Who's your favorite besides the punter, because Devin already stole that one?
Well, I mean, I'm happy for both of the Franklin guys that are going to be on the team. Like, I don't know how much Trey Bass is going to be utilized. He's a pretty quick guy, maybe for, like, kick returns or something. But I know the offensive line depth is kind of deep. I don't know how much Jack Randolph will get, but I hope he gets some snaps. I feel like he may in a few years, but he'll just have to get some more muscle on him. He's already got the weight. He's like 295 or something like that. But give him some more reps, he'll be good.
I think Jake's a little salty because I took his favorite player.
Actually, you did not take my favorite
I
player. So my favorite player, who I'm most looking forward to, is Clayton Bush, because he is a local kid, South Warren prospect.
Yes.
Who I think is going to be able to play. I mean, in high school, he played on both sides of the ball. It just depends on where we need him.
Yeah. That's
smaller,
an athletic thing, but
so DB probably.
Yeah.
I will say outside of him, that if I can find it to make sure I get his name right, Manny Allen, the wide receiver.
Yes.
He was a 4-star before he reclassified. I think he's an immediate impact at the receiver. We do need some people to step up at receiver. We've got some dudes that are just, this close to breaking out and having excellent seasons. But we just, whether it was offensive style, whether it was personnel, we did have some trouble having that stud who you could just throw the ball up to.
We did not have the Julian Edelman, yeah.
You just, okay. The Julian Edelman thing. Let me start you out. That dude is always either hurt or just a normal white slot receiver of the Patriots. 9 times out of 10. Everybody's like, oh, God, my boss was all about the Patriots, which is hilarious because she is a very ethical, moral person. I was like, how? And again, she doesn't follow sports at all except for volleyball.
Except for the Super Bowl, probably.
Except for the Super Bowl and volleyball, because she played volleyball in college. She's really into volleyball, which is cool. I told her, go to Western, go to UL, got great volleyball programs.
Yeah.
But everybody losing their crap over Edelman. Yes, let's just throw out years of data because he has an amazing game. I'm not saying he's not a great player. I'm not saying he hasn't had some amazing, he's not a good contributor. I'm not saying he's not a great receiver. But to kiss his butt so much because an amazing game plan by Belichick and the immortal one playing catch with him
Yeah.
Just come on.
Well, the funny thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he have an issue with PEDs earlier in the year?
It
Yeah, he
wouldn't
did.
surprise me.
Yeah, and I mean, first off, that beard, dude. I do not mind facial hair, but that beard looked like he came from Lowe's.
I'm telling you, if I am the Rams defensive coordinator who got fired,
Yeah,
I'm saying, hey, when you I'm sending in little Timmy.
yeah.
I say, Timmy, and I'm sending a bigger one on the line. Don't do the hand fighting.
Yeah.
I want you to grab that beard, and I want you to bring his face so close to yours that you can bite him on the nose and just tug.
How are you going to bite him on the nose? He has a face mask.
What?
This is not basketball.
It's
You
just
can't
you can't wipe a booger in his hair. You just pull him close enough and just get in there and like, come here, boy, and just sling him to the ground. Because it only takes one of those to throw the dude off his whole game, and he's always hurt anyways.
Yeah,
So put a giant on there. Put a freaking linebacker on him and hit him.
Yeah. As far Jared.
Sorry, I got a little
you're
sidetracked with
good.
my
So Jared is excited about the Franklin kids, and I can understand that. I would be too. As far as impact players so far, I just don't see anybody coming in immediately, except for maybe a DB. I don't think a
Manny
D-line.
Allen, I think he can.
You think Manny Allen could? He might be able to.
Major prospect.
Yeah.
Had a lot of. Again, he was originally committed to USC. The only thing is, following his recruitment a little bit, maybe some maturity stuff. I don't know.
So did the offensive coordinator pull him?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was going to say, because it says he's committed to USC, and then
Yeah.
he came over with us.
Yeah.
So it's like, wonder how that worked out. He could, I'll give you that. I'd have to see some highlights on him. That's the hardest part for me with watching these signing kids. But I will have an article coming out in another week or two where I'm going to talk about key impact players for this coming season. And we'll see. So, Jake.
Yeah.
You want to get on your soapbox?
I don't know if it's a soapbox because it's kind of rude, but it's honest, so that's what we'll go with. It has been...
Technically, soapboxes, you can't be rude on a soapbox.
Can you?
Because preachers are rude sometimes.
That's true, but
That is
but you
true.
know what? I'm not going to compare myself to a preacher, but...
Yeah, that would
little
really be
sacrilegious.
bad. I
But,
would have to move because I'm sure there'd be
right,
lightning
get struck
or
by
something.
lightning or something. Get a plague upon me. But, it's been since the Braum crap that I've really wanted to just kind of spew anger into the universe.
Okay.
Which is what I'm going to do now because we all see it. We're all part of the Facebook groups and the Twitterverse and everything. And it takes all kinds. But after this last few weeks, I am convinced that while Twitter is a hate-filled hilarity of jokes and memes, I think Facebook might be like the trailer park of social media. It might be like people of Walmart.com, but with the actual people giving voice to their thoughts, if you
Okay.
can call them that. And the reason I say that is because, every fan base has all sorts of people. It takes a bunch of people to have a fan base. And you got your super negative people, and you got your quiet people that never talk. You got your awesome fans from Malaysia just holding it down for the underground.
There we go, bud.
But there's a certain type of person who really kind of gets in my craw. And so what I'm about to say is towards, to, and about this individual. These types of people. So
This is probably the 99%. It does not apply to any of you. Just as a disclaimer. Sorry.
Yeah,
go
probably.
ahead.
I wish we could say that it would be 99%, but it's not. It's probably...
But no, there's
Jared.
a lot. But you always talk about the people like, because if you're a part of a Facebook group for following a sport of like Western, you're probably vocal, you're probably engaged, right? So that is a small, but in that group, there's a few of these people, and by God, anyways, if you have ever found yourself commenting, and I do mean actively commenting, because if you have thoughts and you keep them in your brain, that's cool. But if you're actively commenting, anytime somebody has a critical thing to say about a team, if you find yourself saying things like, well, you just need to let the coach coach. Also, I don't know why it always goes to a 50-year-old, Southern woman, but it just does in my head.
Yes, somebody who's going to ask for the manager.
Right, it's that man.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always that person or her husband.
Yes.
Well, if you know so much, why don't you go coach them and let the coach coach? And you're not a real fan because you say all this negative stuff, and you just need to cheer them no matter what's happening. If you have
these expressed thoughts are the thoughts of Jake Keith, not of the Red Out crew.
That's
So.
right, just me. Yeah, crap, they all think this. I'm just giving voice to it. If you think that, if you say that, not think, you can think it a little, but if you say that, if you actively go with somebody who's like, man, can we play a 3-point defense that stops people, and you comment like that, I can only think that you suffer from one of three things, right? Either you're not paying attention, which is fine. You're not watching because you're not seeing stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
If you are paying attention, then the next thing you might be is a spineless sycophant. Now, I hesitate to use that word because if you fall on this spectrum, you're going to have to Google that, and that's okay. So take a second right now, pause. That's a great thing about podcasts. Pause and go Google that. Come back. We'll be here because you don't have the spine to have a thought other than rah, everything's great. Because guess what, guys? Sometimes things aren't great.
Yep.
And people are allowed to say that without you attacking them.
Yep.
But if you are neither one of those, if you are paying attention and you do have a spine, then the third and final thing that you must have, or not have, you must have the cognitive reasoning skills of like a severely delayed naked mole rat. You must, you like that's a Kim Possible reference right there. Yeah, Blast from the Past, baby. Yeah. Because normal people can hold two thoughts in their head at the same time that might not exactly match up. They can see something, an event, a basketball game maybe, and they can think, oh, you know what? Charles Bassey is amazing, and I'm really happy with how he did. But then that individual can also think, hey, or say, man, Tay's been in a slump. What's up with that?
Yep.
But these people do not seem to be able to do that. They seem to only be able to see positive things through the blinders of stupidity. But you know what? That's okay. Because even if you are one of these people that the rest of us love to make fun of, and who actively just kind of are living under bridge people on the internet, I want to say to you,
wouldn't that be a troll?
Yeah, but I hesitate to say troll, and the reason I do is because troll, for internet slang, implies some sort of intentionality in what they're doing. And I don't think these people have more than 4 brain cells to rub together in order to actually be an active troll. Because, like, trolling is where you're like, you don't necessarily believe something, but you just kind of dig at people to see what they're
ironic.
doing.
Trolling is ironic.
They're like ironic. They have more than the emotional depth of a teaspoon.
Okay.
Not these people.
Okay.
But I say to these people, guys, if you're listening, if you're commenting, please keep it up. Because even though you get my blood pressure going when I read your stupid and asinine comments, you are excellent content. And not only excellent content, but you are so much fun for us to talk about and to continue to stir the pot for people that can comment on things without, exerting a bunch of effort to like hold 2 thoughts in their brain at the same time. So please don't stop, but just know that you are the absolute bottom of the barrel when it comes to the fan base. We love you, but you're hilarious.
Go ahead, Jared.
I just have 2 things on that. One, Jake, I'm making you an admin in the WKU basketball group.
Pacha!
2, if you love seeing extremely terrible takes like the people that you were talking about, there is a certain new Twitter account. I say new with parentheses, but
It's been up there. It's just active.
It's WKU Old Takes Exposed. At is Cold WKU Takes, where it features some of the most stale and or hot takes in existence. From anything to someone saying that Stansberry is a, quote, NAIA Division III coach, unquote,
Yeah, I love that one.
or And another person saying to hashtag fire Rick Stansberry, hashtag bring back Darren Horns. So, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you will see on this account.
I love that.
Yes. Now, I'm not going to go into a rant like Jake did, and I won't have any words. You'll have to Google. The only people that truly annoy me on sports pages is the people who say, just let the coach coach.
Oh, God, yeah. I left them out, but for sure.
Yeah, because... And the positive Pete's are fine. I know where they're coming from. They're just trying to be nice.
Yeah, but there's a difference in, like, Matt McKay positive.
Yes.
And, like, somebody commenting something reasonably negative.
Yes.
And then someone else doing that, which is like, the coach is just coaching. Why don't you go coaching if you're so smart?
That's the ones that really tip me over, because why don't you go coach if you're so smart? First off, I have not put in the workload to be a Division I coach. You know how much GA time and butt kissing they probably had to do to get where they are?
All of it.
That's fine. You know, they wanted to do that job, and for the coaches who either are successful or not successful, don't be sitting there hating on people because it's your job. That's the job you chose. That's the vocation you chose. You want to uproot your family every few years, then that's your job. So I see both sides of things, so I try to be a little nicer about things, but more power to you guys. Who is blowing me up?
And I will say, I mean, ridiculous as Western's fan base is, at least certain people within it like that, at least we are not UK's fan base.
Hey, we haven't called in death threats to a guy's roofing business. The FBI has not investigated us yet, to our knowledge.
Which is the worst thing I have ever heard in my entire life on that show. Yes, at least we have not done that.
Not yet,
anyways. And we will try not to ever post anything about that.
Yeah.
As far as referees' personal jobs, if you don't know what you're talking about, what we're talking about, just message us or Google it and you'll figure it out. Hope you enjoyed the clip from our latest episode. Subscribe for our weekly Read Out podcast. And always remember, go Tops.